Hi, everyone. Co-host. Okay. Yes. Very good. Hi, everyone. We're still getting the live stream going over on Facebook. It's good to see you, Tiffany. It's good to see you, Letha. Thank you so much for joining today. And let's see if we've gotten it up on Facebook yet. Look, I call myself being very organized, like, trying to organize my screens and all this kind of thing. I don't quite know if I'm there yet because I can't find the screen with the Facebook in it. Let's see. Let's put all you guys over there and oops, there we go. All right, so Facebook is getting started now. Hi, everyone. It's Crystal Lynn here, and I'm excited. I'm super excited because we've been together now this is actually our fifth day because we had an orientation. So this is the fourth official day, and our orientation, though, makes this our fifth day, which is pretty intense if you ask me. All right. I'm proud of you for making it here all these days, especially if you've been like following along through all the days. That's been very powerful. And bless your little heart for being able to hang in there with me. I'm notorious for being what my students and my friends call intense, okay? I got a lot of Scorpio energy, so yes, I am intense. And I also am passionate about what I'm teaching. I love being a life coach, and I love mentoring women into this coaching business. I thank God every day that I'm doing this. This is my job. And there's nothing about it that I don't dislike. There's nothing about it that I would send back. Like I'm so happy with this choice I've made. So I feel good. And I'm so glad that you're here with me, considering coming into this amazing work. It's life-changing. It's a life-changing decision, but it's also one that I hope feels natural for you because it's coming from your soul. And I hope everything that I am presenting makes sense to you. And really, I hope that for today's session, this is day 4 and it's special. And I hope that you're curious and eager and excited about today's session. So I also just thank you. Thank you. I feel very connected to you, and my heart really just opens in your presence. So when I first started out as a spiritual life coach, I was definitely curious, eager, and excited about my future. I had never worked in this capacity before, and I knew that I had a lot to learn, and I was determined to learn everything I needed to be successful. So I entered a coaching program that promised to make me a great coach, right? So the idea was that, I'm not going to just try to become a coach on my own and just figure it out. I'm going to go and learn how to do it. Okay. It was a very conscious decision. The problem, though, was that the coaching program that I entered was wonderful, and that it taught me a lot about spirituality, but it taught me absolutely nothing about being a great coach. It didn't teach me how to coach. It didn't teach me how to heal people. It didn't teach me about people's problems. So when I graduated, I had a whole lot of spiritual knowledge, and I was using that knowledge to inspire people, but I wasn't using that knowledge to bring people in as coaching clients and to work with them at the level of intimacy that I really wanted, okay? Because I had no idea of how to create that, okay? And I had a lot of spiritual philosophy in my head, but I had none of it on paper. I had all these things that I had learned, and I'm like, yeah, spirit, woo, unconditional love, yes. But none of it was committed to paper. And so, like, it's It doesn't help your people when it's not on paper. Like, your people need to know, they need to be able to communicate it. And it doesn't help you when it's not on paper, because then it's just in the realm of ideas, like we talked about yesterday, with it's just in the realm of ideas and it's not working to do anything, right? So I hadn't given birth to myself. This is a big deal. So I had no program, I had no offer, I had no spiritual philosophy, no content, blogs, no videos made, and I had no framework for talking about the things that I knew. I had all the spiritual gifts of magic. My intuition was strong. I knew all about the chakras, the elements. I knew a whole bunch of really interesting stuff. But again, I had no idea of how to like take those things and apply it to a person's daily life, you know? So it's like wanting to be an artist, okay? So you take a 1-year art history class, okay? Art history, all right? When you're done with that art history class, you go out and you buy a canvas, you buy paint brushes, and you paint, and you look at the canvas and you're like, wait, I don't know how to paint. I took an art history class, but I know that they use these materials, but I've not learned how to apply these materials, okay? All the art history classes in the world will not teach you how to paint a canvas, how to paint a landscape, how to paint a portrait, okay? So in today's session, I'm going to talk to you about the steps you need to take in order to make your divine coaching business real. And I'm going to give you this special invitation that I've been talking to you about, that's going to help you make your business real, but also make it powerful and structured and consistent. And it's going to make you feel safe, and you are going to feel like you belong in this work. You're going to feel supported by your business. And so let me check in with you all. Okay, let me check in with everyone. I want to see who's with me on Zoom. I see Betty is here. Rochester School for the Deaf Alumni Association. Hey, welcome. Were you by any chance referred to me by Callie? I'm curious, Rochester, let me know how you came here, because I have one of my students is deaf, and you reminded me when you enabled the closed captioning, you reminded me that this is something that I can do, right? Providing transcripts and closed captioning actually can be very supportive. That's how Callie and I are able to work together. So welcome and thank you. I'm Kristen. I'm just using my association's account. Oh, okay, no problem, Kristen. Very good. Look, regardless, no big deal. But I just thought that was very cool. That it's just nice to be expanded, right? And I have one deaf student, and I would welcome many more deaf students, especially since I'm learning, how to work with people who are dealing with hearing loss, and all the emotional challenges that come from that. It's beautiful. So anyway, welcome, darling. Welcome, Kristen. And welcome, everyone. So let me also check on Facebook here. And you all I'm gonna have to ask you to forgive me for being kind of slow today. I'm slow because I have not slept, and I've not slept because the energy is just really high. Hey, Rebecca. Hi, Gloria. Hey, Heather Ann. Good to see you all. Good morning, Jessica. By the way, let's get you all requesting the workbooks if you don't have them, right? I want to make sure I we get you all those. So let's get a head start on that. I think that here in Zoom, Rebecca has already posted the link. But if you are on Facebook and you need the workbook, please type workbook in the chat and we will get that to you. All righty. So forgive me, you guys, if I'm a little bit dopey today. I am dealing with, I don't feel fatigued. I just feel unbelievably relaxed. Like, you know, when you have a 24-hour day, spirit's just talking, you didn't sleep that night, and you just keep going and you feel blessed, right? You have a good attitude, so you're blessed. It's not that I feel stressed out. I just feel like super relaxed. So I'm like, yeah, dude, we're getting through this class in my own, and we're going at Crystal Lynn's pace today. All right. So far in boot camp, you all have gotten very clear about what you bring to the table in terms of your spiritual gifts of magic and your spiritual gifts of experience, right? I hope that I've helped you see clearly how you're already qualified to help others heal and transform their lives. I hope so. The only thing that's missing, as far as I'm concerned, is the how. So how do you use your spiritual gifts of magic and your spiritual gifts of experience and that powerful pain point theme to help your ideal clients heal and transform their lives? And how do you create a business that supports you financially and brings you consistent income? Today is the most important day of the challenge because this is where reality comes to you. Like the opportunity to make your dream real comes today. All right. This is where I open the door for you to step into your future self that has achieved, that has built this business, gotten herself certified, built her business, and is working for herself, doing this work and being very successful at it. Okay, that is what I am going to offer you today. So right now, I have two opportunities for you. Okay, and I'd like for you to choose one. Now, the first opportunity is for those of you who want to take baby steps and who are afraid of commitment, okay? So you are not ready to step into your power. You're not ready to take responsibility for your divine calling, and you certainly aren't ready to invest your focus, heart, energy, or any of your other precious resources into making your spiritual life coaching business real. You're not ready for that yet, okay? I totally understand. This invitation is for you, and it's just quick and easy. If you know you're not ready, then this is a great time for you to go ahead and consider yourself complete with boot camp, because the next couple of days are going to be about empowerment and responsibility. This is about empowering yourself and taking responsibility for your divine coaching business in a big way. And I'm no longer going to be speaking in terms of generalities. There's no longer a question about this work. There's no longer a question about, can I do it, or should I do it, or am I qualified to do it? Can I be successful? Because as far as I'm concerned, I have shown you that the potential for your success is there. All you've got to do is invest your focus, your time, your energy into saying yes, focusing on what is working, and doing the logical things to make it real. All right. So we're stepping out of the realm of the caterpillar mindset, and we're stepping into the realm of the badass butterfly. So if you're comfortable and you want to stay in that caterpillar space of what's comfortable and familiar, I completely appreciate and respect that. I did that for a long time. And I thank you for joining me for all this time. And I hope that you will continue to follow me in the League of Badass Butterflies. Okay. So thank you all very much for coming. Now, for those of you who want to step into your badass butterfly power, for those of you who want to learn the right way to coach and build your business, for those of you who want to skip the trial and error phase of becoming a certified spiritual life coach, for those of you who don't want to take years to learn how to build your business and see consistent income, and for those who don't want to be wed to your 9-to-5 job any longer than you have to, okay? And for those of you who want your financial freedom, your time freedom, your destiny, okay? We need to continue working. So I want to invite you to something that is utterly life-changing. Today, we're going to take the glorious vision that you have created, okay? Your divine coaching business vision is in your blueprint, okay? And I'm going to give you the clear path to guaranteed success. If this invitation sounds good to you, then let's go ahead and take the next step together, all right? And I'd love to find out from you all how you are feeling about this work. In the comments, please, tell me how you feel about your ability to be a life coach. Do you realize that you can do this and that you can be successful at this? Betty says, I feel excited. I love it. That's wonderful. That's great. I love that. And look, if you feel scared, that's okay too. If you feel scared, because fear kind of goes hand in hand with excitement. It's the body, excuse me, it's the body experiencing the same kinds of emotions inside, the same flutterings of the heart, raised blood pressure, right? All that kind of thing is both fear, anxiety, and excitement, okay? So I totally get it. Kristen says, wait, I lost it. Yes, super excited about this. Already started a blog named Pure Awen. I love that. And already knew that I want to become a spiritual life coach once I started seeing the signs. Yeah, excellent, Kristen. And Leanne, hey, Leanne. I've been to a few workshops and, oops, I can open this window bigger. Hello. Okay, do that. Let me make a little adjustment here so I can actually see. Boom, now I can see much more. I've been to a few workshops and this one hands down has taught me much more. Yay, I'm glad. I know I'm worthy of becoming a badass spiritual life coach. Yes, ma'am, exactly. Yes, wonderful. I'm so glad that you all are excited and that you are resonating with my message. You know, it's coming from experience and it's coming from success. I'm blessed. I'm blessed that I've had the success that I've had. Okay, and I'm blessed that I have, you know, I get to do this work. You know, I literally still. Okay, and I tell myself, oh, I'm going to slow down, but I still see 15 to 20 clients each week. All right, and that is a lot. That is a lot of coaching, and yeah, I love it. I love what I do. Okay, and I want to get you to build your business the way that you want your business to be, because I want you to have the same joyful freedom that I have. Because that's, to me, it's really, really important, okay? So, all right, let's tuck into the invitation, all right? So for those of you who are interested in taking your business to the next level, I want to introduce you to this thing that I have created. I've created a thing and it's huge and it's excellent, okay? So, Spiritual Life Coach Certification for Badass Butterflies is the name of my program, and it is the best mentorship program for spiritual women who want to break free from their 9-to-5 jobs to be effective and powerful certified spiritual life coaches and healers with a solid business delivering them consistent income. So my program is different from other programs, and it's different primarily in that it is a complete program. So it provides you everything you need to establish yourself as a certified spiritual life coach and healer. And it helps you build your complete business startup foundation for your first 3 years of your business. Now, I need to explain to you more about that, but I will do that in the coming days, okay? But just know that, like, when you're building a business, you need to do it in phases, okay? You're not going to become a millionaire in your first year. You may never become a millionaire from your business. That may not be your goal, but the point is that your business grows in stages, okay? And if you have a good, solid business foundation, your first 3 years of business will feel like a dream as opposed to a struggle, okay? So what I wanted to create was a certification and business building program that gives you a solid foundation so that the first 3 years of your business, you know what you're focusing on. You're excited about what you're focusing on, and you're building in the best way possible. So that is what my program does, and that is why it's different than other programs. Now, my program, you know, I've spoken a lot about the divine feminine. Well, my program is going to activate, enhance, and train you to use your spiritual gifts of magic. You're going to awaken to the depths of your gifts, and you're going to learn all the spiritual and emotional healing essentials that you need to help your clients transform. So my program is going to take you on a deep dive into your own personal shadows, okay? Because this is a part of the process, all right? So that you're healing and expanding as you are learning how to be a coach and building your business, all right? So there's a combination of working with your past trauma, working with your past painful experiences, but also working with the issues that come up as you are building your business. And because let's face it, you're building a business. There are challenges, okay? You're going to have challenges around being able to get things done and how you feel about yourself. And can I do this? Can I follow through? Those are normal challenges that people have when they are taking on big, important dreams. The thing is, how you deal with those challenges and whether or not you have support to help you through those challenges is what's going to determine whether or not you are successful and whether you even complete the thing, right? So my program supports you as you go through all of these processes. The great news is that you are going to become a magnet for your ideal client archetype. Now, we talked about this in detail yesterday, okay? And I have created a powerful system to bring you absolute clarity about who your ideal client is, how to serve them, and how to attract them to you for the transformation and the healing that you are going to bring them, okay? This is really important because one of the biggest questions new coaches ask is, how am I going to get clients? I don't know how to do that, okay? I'm going to teach you. Spiritual Life Coach certification for Badass Butterflies is going to help you finish what you start, all right? It's organized, it's methodical, it provides a safe, divine, masculine container for all of your divine feminine dreams, ideas, and ambitions. You're not going to have to deal with the frustration of starting things and then getting distracted by another thing and then coming over here and doing that thing as you are working with your divine feminine energy and not having a method, okay? The divine masculine is going to give you a nice, safe container, and then you are going to be allowed to dance, dance, dance in that container, all right? Now, the other beautiful thing is that I am a hands-on coach and mentor, and I am committed to getting results for my students. I have close contact with each of my students so that they are 100% supported. I am confident in my program, and I offer a 3-month support guarantee. So if you follow all of the protocols as outlined in my curriculum and you promote your work in the way that I advise you, you are going to have great results. You are going to have clients that are following you in your following your newsletter. You're going to have people reading your blog. You're going to have followers on Facebook. You're going to have people supporting your YouTube channel. Okay. All of those things will be in place for you. Now, if for some reason you aren't able to get the results and you are doing my work, I'm going to extend my work with you. And of course, I'm not going to charge you anything, because if you're doing what I say to do and it's not working, something's wrong. I got to figure out what that is. But that has never happened. If you do what I suggest in my curriculum, it's basic stuff and it works. It's proven. You will have the results that you desire. Okay. I have everything outlined in the welcome packet when you sign up, so you will see and know exactly what you're going to be getting and what you're going to end with when you enroll. Okay. Now, I want to empower you to say yes to your divine calling, to your divine life purpose, and this bold vision that you have designed for yourself as a certified spiritual life coach, uplifting and transforming your tribe. I am here with you in our power, and I am saying yes to you, and I want to give you permission to say yes to you as well. So if you're eager to get started, I want to give you the link to book a strategy session with me. All right. So I'm going to pop this into Zoom. Rebecca, actually, can you pop the strategy session into Zoom and pop it onto the Facebook the Facebook thingy? What is it called? The Facebook feed. It's a Facebook feed. Yeah. And actually, let me do a little check-in. I realize I did not check in with my peeps on Facebook. I want to know who's here and who's excited. All right. Heather says, I feel excited and I feel like I can do this because I have helped others through my own life experiences that I have gone through, and telling them there's always a better way. I'm so glad, Heather. And you know, it's people like you who have that experience of naturally like helping people. It's like your calling, and you're doing it not because you have to, but because you have a compulsion. You're exactly the right candidate for becoming a certified spiritual life coach. Okay. And Stephanie says, oh, here we go. I know this is what I want to do, but I haven't been in alignment for a long time. Thoughts like, how can I teach people to heal when I have healing to do? But I know healing is ongoing. Absolutely, Stephanie, healing is ongoing. And I'm still healing every single day. Hey, Jacqueline, nice to see you. Greetings, darling. Yeah, so you don't need to be perfectly healed in order to heal people, but you do need to be willing to heal and willing to do the work and willing to look at yourself and willing to take time. I don't need to be perfect. I've never been striving to be perfect in my life. I'm not trying to be perfectly healed, you know? But I am wanting to be authentic, and I'm wanting to be a good person. And I work on that, and I have challenges, and God put those challenges there. I didn't put those challenges there. I'm a child of God. I've inherited this from my past lives, as you've inherited who you are and your challenges from your past lives. And your job is to work it out to the best of your ability, and you may not be perfect. When my mom died, she died completely imperfect, completely flawed. Was her life worth living? Absolutely. God bless her, and I loved her so much. Like, even with all of our flaws, we are doing so much here on earth. So yeah, we don't need to be perfectly healed. We just need to be willing to work on ourselves and willing to take the time to focus on what other people need, and to see what we can do to provide those needs for them. All right. So very good, Stephanie. And hey there, Ms. Shirley, nice to see you. Thank you for joining. So, look, I'm really excited to connect with you and to learn about you and your soul's divine purpose. And I know that your calling to become a certified spiritual life coach is real, okay? When you make the decision to pursue your purpose, really all of providence opens up. Synchronicity after synchronicity appears, and your energy rises with excitement. You know you're doing the right thing. So even just clicking the link should give you the chills because you're in alignment. And all you need to do now is click the link and book yourself in to talk with me, and we can strategize and, see how you and my program can work so that your business baby can be born. So why should you choose my program? All right. So my program is structured, complete, and systematic. Okay. It teaches you everything you need to know to become a really good spiritual life coach so that you can help your people, but it also teaches you how to build your business to run profitably. All right. So that you can set yourself up to be seeing clients consistently. This is really important. It paves the way for you to leave your 9-to-5 job with grace, all right? And, so that your business is up and running and you can actually transition into self-employment with ease, with grace at least. It's not going to be easy, right? Because it's you've got to do a lot of stuff, but it can be graceful, and you can be successful at it. And I think that's most important. Now, you're going to come out of this program with a certificate of accomplishment that tells the world you have gone through a rigorous training and life coaching with an emphasis on spiritual and emotional healing. So I'm going to take you into the deep spiritual gifts that you have so that you can clearly see why so you can see why Spirit has called you here, but also so you can understand that those hard experiences that you went through in your life, those were for a reason, all right? So you're going to know that you have value as a coach and a healer, and the people who are following you are going to know it too. So you're going to get in-depth training on how spirituality, energy, emotions, and beliefs and mindset all work. You're going to learn that. You're going to take everything that you learn in this program and you're going to build your own unique coaching and healing program that will help people heal and transform their lives. Okay. You're going to learn everything you need to know to bring your offer to the public so that your ideal clients can find you and know exactly how you can help them. And not only are you going to learn like how to run your coaching and healing business, but we're actually going to do all the pieces together. We're going to build it together. So there's no need for you to kind of wander around blind and in the dark, wondering what to do next, questioning if you're doing the right thing. You're going to have excellent guidance and mentorship that will walk you through every step of putting together your business. And that is what is going to make you successful. All right. So when you complete this program, you're going to have a professional online presence with an active social media following. You're going to have your website, blog, you'll have your social media platforms, like Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. You're going to have followers that are eager to hear from you. You're going to have your email list. You're going to have professional photos taken, okay? You're going to be posting your words of wisdom. I see you all out there sharing everybody else's words of wisdom and everybody else's quotes and everybody else's memes. Look, you're going to be putting your own stuff out there, and people are going to be sharing your work. They're going to be sharing your memes, okay? They're going to be like, I got this from this lady that's in my Facebook thing, right? That's what we want. We want you to be the source or the origin of the powerful spiritual philosophies that are out there, not just out there sharing everybody else's work. They've done the work and you're just sharing it for them. Hey, I love that, but look, you are a source of your own divinity. Let's get that into your coaching business, your divine coaching business, and let's share that with the world, okay? So go ahead, you all, and book yourselves in. Make sure that that link is there, Rebecca. Maybe share it again just in case it gets lost, okay? So my question for you all right now, I would love to hear back from you in the comments. My question for you right now is, what stops you from, like, what's your biggest kind of fear around becoming a coach? Okay, because that's one thing, becoming a coach and helping people. But the other thing is running your business. So I'm just curious, are you more nervous about the coaching, or are you more nervous about running the business and being able to support yourself? All right. So give me an idea in the comments about what you all are, what your fears are, okay? And while you're doing that, I want to tell you a little bit about how your life will change after working with me, okay? So after you've gone through my program, your life is going to look very different than it does now. I mean, first of all, you will have completed a very powerful spiritual initiation. You're going to know, the depth of what you know when you start going through my program is profound. Like, you learn so much and you don't even realize that you're learning stuff. You just, you do the work and you are growing and expanding, okay? And you're also going to be very activated because you're working with spiritual material, all right? You're working with energy. You're working with the divine. You're working with the divine feminine. You're working with the divine masculine, and you're having consciousness about it. So there's an activation that's happening within you. And you're also going to be in a leadership role that you have earned, okay? So you are going to find that all of a sudden people are listening to you differently, they're responding to you differently, and you have more authority, okay? Because you've created authority within yourself, right? Now, it's going to feel natural because it's already inside you. Your authority is already there, but my program and the way that I work with you, it's going to wake up what was dormant, and it's going to teach you how to use it. All right. So spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, you're going to be in your true authority because you will be doing the work to give yourself that. You will have earned the right to help others, and you will feel that confidence. It's just like a marathoner who finishes their first big race. Your first time running a marathon, like, you've been training, okay? You ran 6 miles and you ran 10 miles and you got it up to 15, and then you got it up to 18, then you got it up to 22 miles. And then you had to run that race. You had to do 26.2 miles. You're like, God, am I going to do this? Can I finish this? I made it. But then you get in there and you're running and you've learned how to manage your body through all those long distances, and then you finish, you know, it's very, very powerful. And the thing is, when you're done with my program, you're going to have your own community. That's what my program does. I help you build your community, just like you all are in my community. Some of you have been in my community for a long time, for years, okay? And some of you are new to my community, but I go live in my community every single week. I write blog posts every single week. I'm communicating and teaching every single week. That's what I want to do. And I have my free community, and I've got my paid community, okay? You're going to have that as well, all right? So you're going to have all these people who already respect what you do. They respect what you do, which is why they're there. If they didn't respect what you do, then they would not be there, okay? And you're going to have offerings for them and invitations for them, and they will take you up on those invitations. And yeah, that's how you build your business, okay? Now, when you go to book your strategy session with me, you're going to be entering into the first stage of initiation into your soul's calling, your divine calling, all right? So we're going to be strategizing how to give birth to your divine coaching business blueprint. And really, if you accept my offer and you book yourself in for a strategy session right now, you are going to have the opportunity to enroll when the program starts. The program starts on March 7th, okay? March 7th is when my next group of enrollees come. And so I need to talk to you now so that we can get you set up and prepared to join for March 7th, okay? So, by the way, I've got a few bonuses that I want to talk to you about, but I'll talk to you about those in a few moments. So the sooner you sign up, the better. So if you sign up and enroll before the 25th, Saturday is the 25th. If you sign up and enroll before the, book your call and enroll before the 25th of this month, you'll save 20% on your tuition, all right? And let's see, I don't remember what my bonuses are. I do remember. Okay, now there's another bonus if you sign up. There's the bonus to, Rebecca, can you copy and paste those bonuses for me into the Zoom chat, please? I can't remember what they are, you all. Sorry, I have never mind. I know what they are. I know what they are. I'm going to be teaching a tarot class. You will have free admission to my tarot class. It's going to be a live class. And I'm also going to be giving you full access to my 8-hour workshop on shadow work. All right. So you'll have access to those 2 classes, and you'll save 20% on your tuition. All right. So go ahead, get yourself signed up, and let's see if we can get you enrolled before Saturday. So I want to just give you a quick heads up about how what my program looks like. Okay. And I have the window open. I thought I had the window open. Here we go. I've got it open now. And I'm going to share this screen. Share screen. This one. This is just an opportunity to kind of see what the program looks like. I'm very much into aesthetics, so it's a pretty program. You know, it's a pretty interface, and we have our own little community of coaches that are there. And I'm going to pop in. I'm just going to give you a quick peek behind it. I'm not going to keep us here forever because I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to my program, and I will show you. I will talk to you about every single thing in here. However, there's too much. There are over 200 lessons in this program. So there are tons of videos, tons of workbooks, tons of spreadsheets. Like everything I do is in a spreadsheet because I'm really into being organized, and I teach you how to organize yourself, because in order to be successful at this, you must have an organization system. I give you my organization system and teach you how to use it. But this is what the program basically looks like. These are the different pathways. And then this is where all of the content is housed. And you can see that there are lessons within each module, and some lessons are, some modules are shorter than others. This module has 12 lessons in it. All right. This module has 26 lessons in it. All right. So look, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff right now. Okay. Look, I'm telling you, I'm a bit of an organizational nerd. I told you that I have my full moon. I have my moon in Virgo, so I feel safe with organization and things being very well structured. So that's why my program is like it is. That may not be your value, so that's why I'm not going to go into that right now. But this is just to kind of show you that there is actually like some strong organized stuff going on here. All right. So let me stop my screen share and get back. Let's see. Let me check in with you all and see how you all are feeling. You all were going to share with me some of your fears. Betty says the fear is about running the business and obtaining clients. That's a very reasonable fear, Betty. And don't worry, there is a solution for that, because you just have to know who your ideal client is and create the tools to bring them in. That's what this is all about. All right. Leanne says a little bit of each, but at this point, I'm more confident than worried. I love that. Hey, Leanne, congratulations. You remind me of myself, because when I first started out, I had Betty's concern. I was not concerned about whether I would be able to help people at all, right? I was concerned about, like, how am I going to get clients? Like, that was the thing that repeated over and over and over again. And once I discovered the truth, and a lot of the truth is about just being really honest, okay? But you need to know about, like, how to be honest, and about what should you be talking about? Well, that's what my whole certification program is about, helping you understand what you should be talking about. And then, of course, the more honest you are, the more people are drawn to you, the more authentic you are, because the people are going to come to you that resonate with you. All right. And Leanne says the biggest worry is organizing. And Leanne, you should be worried about that because for years, I tried to run my business without any organization, and I was in all these coaching programs. I have literally spent $100,000 on coaching, on business coaching, and nobody ever told me how to organize my content, my calendar of events. Nobody told me how to organize my thoughts and all these things that I was creating. Nobody told me how to organize my clients. I have all that built into my program. All of that is built in, because you cannot be successful if you are not organized. Can you imagine? And if you've never done this before, can you imagine can you imagine trying to do this on your own? You've never done this before and you have no idea of how to structure things. It's literally impossible. And that's why I built the program the way that I did. Okay. That's why I built the program the way that I did. And let's see. J.A. Shirley says money, resources, and Stephanie says getting started. All right. So J.A., the money aspect is really important. We're going to be talking about that in depth on Sunday. So I hope that you can join me on Sunday here at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the same time that we've been meeting. And the resources and the money kind of go together as far as it's organization. All right, it's organization and knowing how to plan and setting realistic expectations. All right, we're going to go into that in depth on Sunday, so I hope you will be there. Stephanie says getting started. Yeah, that is a challenge, getting started. Knowing and not only getting started, but once you figure out like, oh yes, I need to do this to get started. But then what do you do after that? Okay, then I need to do this to get started. You need to know all the steps. That's what we're going to get into today. So I'm excited about that. Money and having enough money to start my brand. Yes, it is an investment, Heather. Okay. And I'm not even going to lie, like it's an investment. All right. But it is a business. This is not a hobby. And it should not be treated as a hobby. All right. If you invest, I'm just sitting here thinking about how much I just said that I've spent $100,000 in coaching programs, and the return on my investment is well over $100,000. Yeah. You got to pay to play. That's just the way it goes. And it used to be that running your online business was really inexpensive. It was cheap. It was virtually free to run your online business. And now it's not. Now it's well into the hundreds of dollars to run your online coaching business per month. Okay, so you have to expect to be spending money. But keep in mind, this is a business. This is why when I say in my program that I'm giving you that foundation so that you can run your business for the first 3 years, I am teaching you all the things that you will need to have in place so that you can have consistent money coming in. All right. I want you to be making at least $40,000 in your first year as a life coach. And I know you're probably thinking $40,000, that's not very much. You're right, it's not very much, but it's realistic. And if you make $40,000, if you have set your business up well enough and you've made $40,000 in your first year, you can bet that you are positioned to make $60,000 the next year, $80,000 the next year, $100,000 the year after that, and beyond. Okay. My point is that the foundation is everything. And if you don't start off with a good foundation, you're going to spend years wandering around, not making money, losing time, losing patience, losing goodwill. And look, there's an easier way. Okay, there's an easier way. And JA says, I'm uncertain about tarot cards. All right, if you have any questions about tarot cards, if you have a specific question, you may let me know. All right. Now, let's see. Okay. Oh, I think just to kind of let you know, my program, I didn't tell you all this. So my program takes 40 weeks to complete. All right, 40 weeks. It takes 40 weeks to conceive a baby, right? You got to conceive, grow the baby, birth the baby, takes 40 weeks. Your program, your business needs that much time at least to get started, okay? There's a lot. We're doing everything. We're building everything ourselves. We're teaching you everything. So 40 weeks is the program. It includes work on your own personal healing journey and your own mindset so that you are prepared to do this work. All right. I'm going to help you be a great healer and a coach. And it takes time. All right. The materials for my program are presented in a way so that you're building as you go and you're working methodically and logically. So it makes sense to you. everything that we do makes sense to you. So you feel grounded and safe. You feel like you can actually build this business. When you feel grounded and safe, you are less likely to self-sabotage. And this is why my program is so effective, all right? You saw that there are the modules and the lessons. Everything is set up chronologically. You just start at the top and you go to the bottom, right? You just make your way through. There's a complete library of videos, workbooks, worksheets, tables, spreadsheets, calculators, and any tools that you need to help you receive the knowledge and then create the assets for your own business, okay? There are also a lot of organizational essentials. So like I said earlier, I have to be organized, you have to be organized. So I teach you how to do it, okay? I'm your coach and mentor in the program, right? So you and I will be meeting each week, and there are small groups, and there are large groups, and there are private sessions, all right? So you all can expect to enroll in something like that. It's up to you how you want to work, because for me, well, okay, you and I must meet every single week. Like, that is kind of the thing. We have to build momentum, and I have to make sure that you are progressing in the way that is going to make you get finished with the work within 40 weeks, okay? So we have our check-ins, but the best way to work through my program is to come in with a small group, right? So you and 5 other people in a small group that meets with me every week. We all sit down together and we work through the work together, okay? Work on the curriculum, then you go home, you finish, you go home. You're already at home. You leave the session, all the sessions are done on Zoom, okay? You leave your session, you do your work, you come back with your work complete. Everybody comes back with their work complete. We go through the work together. We learn from one another. The small group sessions are really, really awesome. And we have accountability check-ins so that you are doing exactly what you say. You're keeping your promises to yourself, okay? So really, once you're enrolled in the program, you simply sit down with each module in the comfort of your favorite workspace, and you work through the module, you work through the lesson, and you show up to our weekly sessions. I give you some teaching, I give you some feedback, we talk about things, you know, we do some healing work, and then boom, you're off to go on to the next module, all right? Everything is really outlined, right? Okay, boom. Are there any questions about the program or about anything that we've talked about today? Any questions about me, about this process of becoming a spiritual life coach? Yeah. If you have any questions, please type them into the comments. And I would love for you to get started right now on the workbooks. So I hope everyone has the workbook for today. I know I do, and I know I have it open. Here it is. Yes, I found it. Okay. And I learned that I can open 2 windows on Zoom at the same time. So I should be able to have both of these guys open at the same time. Let's see how that works. All right. Share screen. All right. Day 4 and this one. Okay, so I'm going to hit shift. There we go. Share. Yes. Okay. All right, you all should see two screens. And let me move this way over here. And okay, so this is our workbook for today. Day 4, your Divine Coaching Business Roadmap. And day 3, this is your blueprint from yesterday. So y'all, I have this open just because this is your reminder. So you're going to need the blueprint from yesterday. So if you all can open that, that would be great. And we're going to use this blueprint just for reference, very much like we used workbooks 1 and 2 as for reference to create this. We're going to do the same thing over here in the day 4 workbook. All right, so here is your Divine Coaching Business Roadmap. And can I just get some feedback from you all to make sure that you see this roadmap, right? It's got 18 different steps on it. Does everybody see that on my screen? Let me see if I can find my Facebook. If I can find it on Facebook. Oh my goodness, I cannot find my Facebook window. Never mind. Never mind. Let's see. You all are letting me know. Oh, yes, I see it. Perfect. Thank you, Betty. Thank you, Leah. And that's perfect. Okay. All right. Very good. Thanks, y'all. Very good. So let's tuck in. I still can't see. Oh, dear. Oh, no, don't close that. That would be a disaster. Yes, I found it. Okay. No, that's not the right one. I'm just a little bit lost here right now, y'all. I know what to do. I know what to do. I'm going to come over here. I will be able to find it now. There we go. All right. Sorry, y'all. I'm just having a little bit of a moment, a technology moment. Here we go. There. Okay. Phew. All right. So here we have the blueprint. I mean the roadmap. Okay. So the blueprint, make that smaller. Oh, just a second, y'all. God. There we go. I see that's just too big. That's why. Okay. Boom. Okay. Now I'm ready. So you need your blueprint open to page 7. And you're in your new workbook, you need the day 4 workbook open to page 4. Okay. And let's look at how we're going to approach building your business. Okay. This is doing it the badass butterfly spiritual life coach way. So the roadmap is the list of all the steps and the order that they need to be done, that you need to complete them. All right. So this is your roadmap. And this is the order. The first thing is you decide to pursue your purpose. It's a decision. Okay. I'm going to do it. Then you choose how you're going to learn. Okay. You choose your certification program, or if you're going to do it yourself, you choose that. Then you got to get your mindset ready. Okay. And you got to set up your habits and get ready to take this on. Then you need to start learning how to coach. Okay. That's step 4 and 5. You start, as you're learning how to coach, you start discovering your own unique coaching story, and you start learning how to tell that story. What's important about what you've gone through? Then you identify your ideal client. Okay, who are you most qualified to help, and who's going to relate to you? Step 7, identify the key pain point that you're going to help your client heal, right? That's what we worked on, your theme, okay? Step 8, create a program. You got to, because once you figure out what you need to heal, you got to figure out how you're going to heal it, right? How are you going to help people overcome, abandonment or issues of unworthiness? How are you going to help? You got to figure that out. You got to build it, okay? Then after you built it, you can then start really developing your spiritual philosophy. You'll learn a lot about your philosophy as you build out your program, okay? So you build your philosophy and then you get your messaging down. Then you got to be able to present your what you've created to the public. So you create a framework to communicate your message. Then you've got to write out your message. So you have to create a whole bunch of content, okay? You need a lot of stuff you need to create. So you create your content publishing calendar, okay, with your content in it. You figure out your marketing strategy. And then you go and you start building out all your assets, okay? You build your website, you set up your social media platforms, you do all the stuff, right? Start putting yourself out there, build your blog. Then you build your community, all right? You have all this stuff in place. Now you're ready to start inviting people in. You know who you are, you know what you're talking about, so you start inviting people in. You build your email list, right? You're inviting people in really closely. You want them to subscribe. You're going to be sending them nice emails and nice, insightful things and great invitations to work with you. Yeah, very good stuff. And then you want to nurture that community that you've built, all right? And you want to launch your program, okay, which is where you have your signature offer and you are bringing people into that and getting paid, right? And then, of course, the last step, step 18, is to be that badass butterfly spiritual life coach who helps her community heal and transform. All right. So those are the steps. Now, the way that I've broken this down in my program is through pathways. Hold on, I was going to the wrong thing. Let's do it like this. So I have 5 pathways that basically break down all of these steps. Okay, so you in my program, you'll see pathway 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, blah, blah. Here, actually, do I still have that up? I do. Yeah, so you can kind of see here, pre-coursework is pathway 0, but pathway 1 is the way of healing. Pathway 2 is the way of service. Pathway 3 is the way of offering. Pathway 4 is the way of the vessel. And pathway 5 is the way of emergence. And basically, that these are those same 5 pathways. And it makes perfectly good sense. You work on healing, you heal yourself, you learn how to heal others. Okay, you learn the healing first. Okay, healing, coaching. Coaching is healing, but it's different. Okay, you coach people through their healing and transformation. All right. Pathway 2 is the way of service. So all those things that talk about how you're going to be of service. Okay, taking a deep dive into the mindset, emotional health, pain point, and aspirations of your ideal client. All right, and also building out your signature program. Pathway 3 is the way of offering. So how are you going to package your offering? What are you going to do? How are you going to offer? What are you going to offer? So all of that gets done here in pathway 3. Pathway 4, I call it the way of the vessel. So it's like your vessel is kind of the physical things that people can see. So if you write an ebook, that would be one of your vessels. You have a website, a Facebook page, YouTube channel. Those are all your vessels, okay? We build all of that and we start working on getting those promoted, right, and full. And then the fifth pathway is the way of emergence. That's where you launch. And this is where you start enrolling your students, enrolling your clients, sharing your work with the world, and being a coach. Okay, this is where your certification, you get your certificate and you are doing the work. So we do all 5 of these pathways over the course of 10 months or 40 weeks. All right. Okay, are there any questions, y'all? If you have questions, please type them into the chat or into the comments. So I want to get into your work right now. So let's see, this is page 6 in the day 4 workbook. And what we're going to do, so there are 2 parts. So what we're going to do is go through each pathway together. And we're going to see where you are in this journey to becoming a spiritual life coach. Okay, so where are you in the journey to becoming a certified spiritual life coach? And the way we're going to look at that, is we're going to look at each pathway and we're going to ask you to share, you're going to write in what you've created from your vision. Okay, so you're going to take, for example, your top 3 gifts of magic and your top 3 wounded healer stories. You're going to get that from your blueprint. All right. You're going to copy those there. But then what we're going to do here in the next page is we're going to we're going to go through each step and you're going to ask yourself where you are and you're going to rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10. So if you're doing really well with something, like you're really, really rocking this step, you got it, you're going to give yourself from 7 to 10 points. If you are doing just okay, like you're not totally sure, you're somewhere, in the ballpark, then you're going to give yourself from 4 to 6 points. And if you have no idea of how to do that, you've never done it, or you're clueless, okay? Like Kristen, for example, said that she's already started her blog. She's got a name for it, okay? That's awesome. So when we get to that section, she might give herself in the range of 7 to 10 points. Whereas maybe you've never written content before, and you have no idea of how to do that, you would maybe give yourself from 0 to 3 points, okay? So the first thing we're going to do, and I'm just to kind of let you look ahead, we're going to do that for pathway 1. Then we're going to do the same thing for pathway 2. We're going to write down, we're going to copy and paste the information about your ideal client archetype. Then we're going to go in and rate ourselves on the pathway 2 stuff. Then we're going to do the same thing for pathway 3, the way of offering. All right, you're going to put in your pain point theme. Okay, and then we're going to answer these questions that pertain, or look at these steps that pertain to pathway 3. Same thing for pathway 4. We're going to give a name to your divine coaching business, which should be fun. All right. And then we're going to look at where you are with these steps along pathway 4. And then lastly, we'll do pathway 5. All right. And we'll, yeah, exactly. All right. So boom. Let's go back and get started at the beginning here. And I'm going to just check in. I'll check in while you all are doing the work. But the first thing I want you to do on page 6 is to enter your top 3 spiritual gifts of magic. And you can copy those directly from your blueprint, okay? Copy those from here into here. And then do the same thing with your wounded healer stories. You've already written the summary out right here, just a quick summary, boom, copy, and then paste those here. While you all are doing that, I'm going to give you 1 minute to get those copied and pasted. And I'm going to just check in and see if there are any questions for me anywhere. All right, here we go. What's that? Oh, yeah, there's my Facebook page right there. Okay. Stephanie says, if you do work full-time for 40 hours, how much time can we invest into building the business? You know, Stephanie, this is a really good question. I think I also work on the weekends. You have to determine how you're going to work it out, because I'm the woman who really only needs 5 hours worth of sleep 5 days a week. The other 2 days, I'll get 7 hours. Okay. So even today, like I wake up, today doesn't count. Today was a weird day. I did not sleep at all last night. But my normal way is to wake up at 3:30 in the morning, and I work from 3:30 until 7 o'clock. I do my meditation first, and then I start writing and working on building my business. Okay. So that gives me from 3:30 until 7, that gives me 3.5 hours of working on my business. Right. And I work in bed. Okay. You don't have to, this is work that's very cerebral. Okay. I'm assuming that 1 minute is up. It is up. This work is very cerebral, and it's very much about, like, you can be still and do it. It's not like you have to go out and make something happen. It's all done within your sacred space. So figuring out how you can give yourself 2 or 3 hours, maybe 4 or 5 days a week, that'll get your business built. You can do my program if you do that. Let's say you do 4 hours, 3 hours 4 times a week, right? That gives you 12 hours a week. You can really get through my program very easily with that, right? Especially if you're consistent and you're focused, okay? So yeah, you do have to figure out how to manage your time. And you do have to sacrifice, y'all. I know a lot of people, and I've heard people say, Crystalline, I want it so badly, but I need 9 hours of sleep. And I'm like, okay, you'll figure it out. Because for me, and for every successful business owner I know, they sacrifice some stuff. They sacrifice some stuff. I don't get to go out and, I had friends visiting. I didn't get to go and hang out with them. Why? Because I was working. I don't get to go and hang out and do all the fun things, So yeah, this is how we do it. But it's so worth it. Is it worth it? Yeah. Hell yeah. Because it's mine, My friends don't get to do the fun job. My friends complain about their work. I can't even imagine complaining about my work. I have not complained about my work in 15 years. I've had nothing shitty to say about my job or my coworkers for 15 years. That's cool. That's worth it. All right, let's get into the next section. And Stephanie, thank you for the very good question, honey, because I think it's on a lot of people's minds. Pathway 1. So what we're going to do now is rate ourselves. Okay, you're going to assess yourself to see where you are in your divine coaching business roadmap. So we're going to cover steps 1 through 5 right now. And what you're going to do is simply look at each statement and give yourself a number from 0 to 10, or points from 0 to 10. And you're going to assess yourself and see where you are in the journey. You've got the scale here. I'm going to set the timer for 1 minute and let you all work on that. Okay, go ahead and assess yourselves. And Stephanie, when I was first building out Everyday Zen Relaxation Studio, I was working my regular job I was working 60 hours. I was working 60 hours a week. Okay. And then I decided that I wanted to have my own business. So I stopped working 60 hours a week and I cut it back down to 50, and then it became 40 hours a week. And I told my boss, I said, look, I'm getting ready to leave. I need to help you find somebody to replace me, because, you know, I had a leadership role there. I was the manager, and I didn't want to leave them without, I didn't want to leave them without. So sorry, I'm going to come back to this. That's 1 minute is up. And you guys, I'm sorry that I'm being so slow. I'm really not sharp today, so my apologies. I'd love to know how you did with this, with rating yourself. If you all wouldn't mind, in the chat, tell me your highest rated and your lowest rated step. You can just put step 5. I gave myself a 5, or, you know, a 10. And for step 1, I gave myself a 0. Okay, so whatever you all did, pop that into the comments for me so I can know how you all are doing. And in the meantime, while you all are doing that, I'm looking at pathway 2 now. And so what I need you to do is to set up, to copy and paste the information about your ideal client, what you learned about them yesterday. I need you to put in their primary limiting belief, their primary limiting thought, their primary negative emotion, and their primary negative behavior. And of course, you can get that from the blueprint. All right, you're going to take that from here, copy and paste it in here, and I'll give you 1 minute to do that, and then I'll finish telling my story. So while I was working with my, in the dental office, I was working there more than full time. I had so much responsibility. I told them I'm leaving. I told them that I need to train someone, but they knew that eventually I would be gone within a year, right? Because that's what I said. We're gonna figure this out. I'm leaving in a year. And I did exactly that. But there was a time, I mean, every day I worked on my business. You know, I remember sitting outside of the, because I had a brick and mortar business, so you set it up a little differently than you do an online business. But I remember sitting outside City Hall so I could register my business and, you know, start getting my paperwork done so I could open my business. And I remember sitting out there before work, you know, and they opened at 7 o'clock on Wednesdays, and I went down there at 7 o'clock. I was first in line. I got my thing, and I remember sitting in my car thinking of a name for my business. I had written out all these different things, and I didn't know what to come. I didn't know which one. I had my short list, and I wanted to be able to have it ready by the time I went in there to register the business, of course. And I remember sitting in the car, making those last minute decisions, and going in and registering my business at 7 a.m. You know, it was cool. And then going to my job. All right. And after my job, I would go to after I got off from work at my job, I would go to my studio. I remember, you know, I go to Home Depot because I had a brick and mortar place. So I had to go figure out the paint on the walls. So I'd go in, you know, this is 9 o'clock at night. I'd be rubbing paint on the walls, trying to figure out what color, you know, color scheme was going to be. It was fun. I loved I loved building my business. I love building my online business. It's the same thing. I put so much time and work into it because it's just so much fun. So yes. Stephanie, you opened up a can of worms by asking this question, girl. All right, let's get into the next section, y'all. And I'm going to check in and see your responses from the last answer, my last question. But we're in pathway 2 now, and these are the steps, or 3 steps that pertain to the way of service. So again, I want you to rate yourself, giving yourself 0 to 10 points. 10 points meaning like, yeah, you rock this. 0 points being, yeah, no, I don't get that. All right. So you all assess yourselves. I'm giving you 1 minute to do that. And I'm going to check in and see if there's anything in the chat for me anywhere. Oh, I found the chat. Leanne says, my best is deciding to pursue. Yep. And my lowest is step 5. Step 5 is documenting your own story of triumph over trauma. Yes. And the decision to pursue is strong. Good for you. Yeah, that's good. And look, if you don't know how to do this yet, we will teach you. I have a whole thing dedicated to helping you uncover and document your story of triumph over trauma. It's fun, right? It's actually really fun. It's one of the things we start off early with. It's a part of the healing journey. That's why it's under the way of healing. And so you get it very early on, but it's very rich. It's very powerful. There's a lot of healing that comes as we start trying to tell those stories. It's good stuff. So thank you, Leanne. And let me see if I have any comments here on Facebook. Love it. Okay, excellent, Stephanie. Very good. All right, y'all. So let me know how you did with pathway. Let me know how you did with pathway 2. All right, the way of service. Share your scores with me, y'all. Share your scores with me. And then pathway 3 is the way of offering. All right. Now, what I want you to do here is to enter your pain point theme, and you'll get that, of course, from your Divine Coaching Business Blueprint. And you have your pain point theme written here. Just go ahead, copy and paste it into here. And I'm going to just let you all keep on rolling. You go into the next page and rate yourself, all right, on these 4 steps. This is the way of offering. Here we go. And I'm going to give you just 1 minute for all of that. 1 minute, start. Yeah, now this is a little tricky because this is where we're getting the more sophisticated stuff. And you all right now, you're not spiritual life coaches. So maybe right now you don't know, you don't have your offer together. By the way, at our Saturday session, I'm going to teach you, I'm taking you through a process so that you know how to build an offer. How does it feel to build a signature program? I'm going to take you through the process so that you know what it's like. And I just want to show you that this stuff is doable. Like, you can learn how to do this. Everything that we've done so far, you all have been able to do. And yes, it is more sophisticated when you're really doing it for your business, but it's not unlearnable. You can learn how to do this. All of this stuff you can learn how to do. All right. Very good. Let's see. Betty says 3 for step 9, 0s for all the others. So 3 for step 9. I've developed my spiritual philosophy. So that means that you know that you have a spiritual philosophy, but you need some help with that, right, Betty? Very good. That's a great place to be. The thing to understand, Betty, is that your spiritual philosophy is so intact in your head. You totally know your spiritual philosophy. You've just not written it out and put it in a way where the public can receive it. And that will be really fun. You're gonna like that process. Okay, very good. And then 0s for all the other, no problem. No problem. It's the same thing, right? Once you develop your philosophy, all this other stuff flows naturally. It becomes just fun. Okay. And Leanne says, my lowest is having a program and my highest is my ideal client. Okay, so this one is from back here, right? Yes. Okay, the lowest is, okay, so you've not created a program, but you know who you want to work with. Yeah. Yeah, and understanding that pain point, you understand that. Yeah, perfect, Leanne. That's a good place to be. Look, you all are doing really well. I mean, this is new, so you're just getting started. Pathway 4, the way of the vessel. All right, so what we're going to do now is go, this is now, we're kind of done with our blueprint. Okay, we're done with the blueprint for now. What you're going to do is just right now make up a name for your business. What are you going to call your coaching business? I'm going to give you a minute to think about that and write it down. And if you want to share it with me in the comments, please do. Okay, 1 minute to go through your coaching business name. All right, and I'm checking in on Facebook to see if you all have any feedback for me. I know I'm going long. Deja Lu's spiritual journey. Am I saying that right? Deja Lu or Deja Lu? Can you spell it out phonetically for me, Leanne? That sounds really pretty. The second one, Deja Lu. Deja Lu, like deja vu. I love it. That's very pretty. Deja Lu's spiritual journey. I like it very much. Excellent. Very good. Yeah. So y'all type your go ahead and type your titles in for me if you want to share. You may not want to share. I totally understand. It's personal. Yeah, this is wonderful. And for the next section, let's get into rating yourself, assessing yourself, like where am I on this journey? Okay, and we're looking at what you've created. All right, go ahead. You've got 1 minute here, ladies, to assess yourself on steps 13 through 16. Betty says intuitive journey to self. Yeah, that's beautiful. I like that. To me, that feels very much, it feels, number one, it's self-explanatory, and it feels very spiritual. The reason I like Leanne's is because it reminds me of Alice in Wonderland, you know, like it feels like Deja Lu's spiritual journey, like we are getting ready to go on a wild ride. And I like Betty's intuitive journey to self because it feels like hey, we're going on a journey and we're going to use our intuition. We're using all of our magic to get to ourselves, right? And we're listening to get there. I think that's really, really valuable. And Stephanie says, spread your wings with Stephanie. I love it. Oh, Stephanie, that's going to be really beautiful, honey. That is really great. You know, I like that one because it particularly like spells out your transformation. And what it kind of implies is that, you know, there might be someone who's standing on the edge and she's afraid to spread her wings, but then there's this beautiful coach and guide who's going to help her. I think that's so powerful. So yes, Stephanie, good. So you all are very good. You're bold with your name creation, and it's fun and intuitive. I'm very pleased. Let me know how you all did on assessing yourselves for steps 13 through 16. In the meantime, I'm going to come here to the way of emergence. And this is our last section, y'all. So the question this is asking is, when do you want to be complete with all this work? And when do you want to be seeing your first client? Go ahead and write that in the space below. Just when do you want to be seeing your first client? And you've gotten everything ready. You've done all the things. When do you want to have this whole journey complete by, so that you are ready to see clients in integrity? Put that in the space here. And, you know, if you're doing my program and you start the beginning of March, it would be April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. You'd be done by the end of December, right? You'd be done by the end of December. So January 1st, 2024 is when you could be seeing clients in your program, in your calendar. All right. And let's have you go ahead and do this last bit of assessment. Steps 17 and 18, go ahead and assess yourself. All right, very good. Oh, Stephanie's going to push it. She's like, hey, winter solstice, I'll be ready December 21st. Let it be. And so it is. Very good, Stephanie. Leanne says, I haven't started the email list and I've already established an online presence, still a work in progress. So absolutely a work in progress. Yeah, it is. And it will be. Even though, you know, I'm going to help you build everything, it's still a work in progress. You know, it's always evolving, and that's great. You know, that's what it's all about. I'm still evolving and loving it, you know, every day, loving it. Excellent. So, very good. Here's what I want you all to be thinking about. You know, if you, Betty says December 15th, 2023, a birthday present. Oh, I like that. Betty, are you, that's your birthday, December 15th? That's so cool. Yes, excellent. Okay, very good. That's going to be a happy birthday. Yep, that is perfect. Wonderful. That is a good gift, you know. So let me go ahead and stop the screen share. You all have finished day 4. Let's see. Let me stop my screen share. Here we go. Okay, so Leanne says, well, what happened? I lost it. I lost it. Leanne says, I do tarot readings live online already, but I want to turn that into my coaching business. Yeah, I've gotten so many wonderful coaching clients from my tarot readings. Yeah, for sure. Because it goes hand in hand, you know, being able to do tarot cards with someone, and, you know, you're talking about the issues, you're talking about the past, you're talking about the present, you're talking about the future, you're talking about the obstacles and challenges, you're talking about the relationships between things. So coaching is such a great addition to that. I think that that's a really smart way to go about things. For someone in Leanne's position, you know, if you've gotten, like, if you're already coaching people or you already have a client base and you want me to work with you just on business building, I have my whole business concept coaching program, which basically will help you set up your entire business, you know. But you can always talk to me about that as well. All right. So, ladies, you all now have your blueprint. Okay. You have your divine coaching blueprint. You have your a roadmap that tells you everything that you need to do, and even tells you the order in which you need to do it. All right. Now, you just have to say yes and get started. So that is what my offer for today is about. I would love to be your partner in your business building process. I would love to be your mentor. If you want to learn how we can do that together, then book yourself in for a strategy session and let's talk about it. It would be an honor. All right. So, all right, that's all I have to say. Tomorrow, we'll be back to look at the 9-to-5 job exit strategy. Saturday, we're building your signature offer. Okay, so how to build an offer, how to create a really cool program for somebody that helps them transform. Sunday, we're looking at how to earn your first $40,000 in your business. Okay. And Monday, I've got 2 options for Monday. Actually, I have 3 options for Monday, but either way, they'll probably be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But I'm thinking about doing a coaching and traveling, like how to be a coach and kind of like a WFA, work from anywhere situation. Okay. The other option I was going to do, I wanted just to kind of like take questions, do a question and answer thing. So for those of you who are, you know, who just aren't clear or not sure, giving you some time to think about things and to get some help around that. Anyway, but I will clarify with you what we're going to do on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. All right. So for right now, we can go ahead and sign off. I look forward to seeing you soon. All right. Okay, everybody. Thanks so much for joining. Bye for now.